This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Bank of PNG Monetary Policy Statement for September released. Higher Education and Research Institute and Governance Workshop starts. And the cost of operating PNG ports in country increase. A very good evening. This is National Emtv News. I'm Godwin Eki. Thank you for joining us. The country's central bank, the Bank of Papua New Guinea, this morning presented their second quarterly monetary policy statement for September to their partners, clients and stakeholders at Hilton Hotel.
The September 2023 Monetary Policy Statement was issued following consideration by the board of the Bank of PNG and is endorsed as the monetary policy stance of the Bank of PNG for the next 6 months. Opening this morning's presentation, Acting Governor of the Bank of PNG, Elizabeth Gania, made her remarks regarding the monetary policy statement's reader-friendly look and gave a brief of what she was going to present.
We are all impacted by the monetary policy decisions, and the bank needs to express those decisions simply and clearly. My talk today will highlight some key topics, namely the bank's outlook for growth and inflation, and recent adjustments to the monetary policy framework before touching on the exchange rate and foreign currency availability. And finally, I'll touch on some broader issues.
Tune in to Emtv's In Focus program on Monday, the 9th of October to watch the full presentation of the second quarterly monetary policy statement and a roundtable discussion on this matter. Tamara Agavi, National Emtv News.
The Universities and Research Institute's Governance and Department Workshop was officially opened today with the presence of the Minister for Higher Education and Sports, Don Pollier, in Port Moresby.
The ones in the room, Minister.
The University and Research Institute Governance and Management Development Workshop that will be held for 2 days, starting today, has seen the presence of chancellors, vice-chancellors, president of universities, chairpersons of governing council, and directors of research institutes. Minister Don Pollier, as the keynote speaker at the opening of the workshop, stated that the workshop aims to unify, reform, and transformation of our universities from what we are now to what we should be as higher education institutions of the 21st century.
Have to have a workshop to help the rapport, to create the cohesiveness, to integrate the ideas, to learn from one another from our diverse backgrounds, so that we create not just your universities, but the whole higher education sector, a place that Papua New Guinea can found itself on in terms of building skills in our young people. So therefore, your resourcefulness is very valuable, and I'm thankful that you have found time to be present in this workshop.
Presenting the University Governance Manual, Minister Pollier stated that the manual is underpinned by an understanding of what future higher education governance will need to deliver if it is to meet the challenges of sustainability, growth and changes. Louis Maingu, National Emtv News.
Minister for Higher Education Don Pollier aired his concern relating to the governance of universities in PNG at the Universities and Research Institute Governance and Management Workshop today in Port Moresby.
The vital issues that have been identified and will be discussed in the workshop are Universities Acts, funding of university and research institutes, cooperation between universities and international organizations, digitalization, integration of sports and good governance, and management.
My idea of a workshop, in my discussion with some of you, and especially with the secretary, was that you know everything already. I don't think there's something that you don't know. I don't think you need to be told something or you need to be lectured to something. You know it already. It's just that I like to collate those views together and create the cohesiveness amongst all of us. And also advise you, or humbly remind you of some of those things that I also see on behalf of the government side and what the people are expecting from us.
Minister said universities shall have good governance structure in the way in which governance, leadership and management pursue their objectives in any university. In his speech, Minister Polye also stated that he wants to enhance academic self-government and call for mutual decision-making or shared governance, which is often portrayed as the ideal for long-term beneficial development of higher education.
We are living in a global environment. We must share the ideas. We must learn what is happening in the world, so we integrate and then we adjust ourselves accordingly as universities to survive and to compete.
Louis Maingu, National Emtv News.
The PNG Ports Corporation Limited will be factoring climate change and seismic disaster resilience in its multi-billion Kina port infrastructure redevelopment drive. This concept will be piloted by the Daru Port in Western Province, which will be redeveloped into a green port.
Speaking during the 2023 Developing Sustainable Resilient Infrastructure in the Blue Pacific Conference in Brisbane last week, officer in charge of PNG Ports Ian Aiden Smart said this redevelopment will cost about 52 million kina. Funding for this will come from the grant component of the blended financial package of the 1.5 billion given by the Australian Infrastructure Financing Facility for the Pacific as part of a bilateral sovereign loan between the Australian and PNG government and PNG ports. Mr. Aiden Smart said the green port concept was not new to the port industry but would be introduced in PNG as PNG ports factors climate change and disaster resilience into its ports designs under its recently launched 30-year port infrastructure master plan. The Daru Green Port Initiative has progressed with the design completed and ready to be put out for tender. In addition, the Daru Port was selected because of its strategic location and shared international borders with neighboring countries. Mr. Aiden Smart acknowledges the Australian government and its funding assistance towards the port upgrades, including recently completed projects such as the purchase of 7 pilot boats under a refleet program, palisade fencing across all ports, and the installation of solar lights, CCTV cameras, and long-range vessel tracking cameras. PNG Ports will continue to invest in resilient fit-for-purpose facilities with assistance from the AIFFP, Agency Franchise Development, and the European Investment Bank. Gladys Kila, National Emtv News.
The cost of operating PNG Ports Community Service Ports has soared due to deteriorating conditions of the port's facility. However, the officer in charge for PNG Port, Ian Hayden Smith, says it is important that all of the ports remain operational and will continue to facilitate trade throughout the country.
Mr. Aiden Smart highlighted that PNG Ports owns and manages 15 of the declared maritime ports in the country. However, only 3 make money while 12 ports, which is approximately 80% of the ports, do not generate sufficient income and are run as part of the company's community service obligation. Mr. Aiden Smart said last year 32 million was allocated for these 12 ports to meet the operational cost and capital expenditure cost and to ensure they remain open as community service ports. To address this, PNG Ports will be upgrading a number of ports into fit-for-purpose port facilities to meet local demand and generate revenue and ensure goods continue to flow in and out of the provinces. Aiden Smart added, port is a lifeline of the national economy and the multi-million kina investments by PNG Ports are critical. Gladys Kila, National Emtv News.
National Emtv News continues after the break with more stories. Stay with us. You're watching National Emtv News. The Department of National Planning and Monitoring, Water, Sanitation and Hygiene Program Management Unit, with the support of WaterAid PNG, is expanding the National Wash Monitoring Information System into the Highlands region. A workshop was held this week in Mount Hagen, Western Highlands Province, for relevant stakeholders in the Highlands region.
The training to enhance the skills and knowledge of the Highlands Regional District and provincial administrators, planners and provincial health authorities was held at the McRoyal Hotel. It is to conduct comprehensive WASH baseline surveys and develop 5-year district WASH plans using the National WASH Monitoring Information System. This regional workshop is a means of implementing Strategy 3 of the National WASH Policy 2015 to 2030, which is to develop an effective management information system from a bottom-up approach. This will enable evidence-based planning for informed decision-making and resource allocation at the national and subnational level. The underlying aim is to see all citizens have access to clean and fresh water so that every household, village, school and community live healthy. The regional workshop is funded by Australian Water Partnership Program coordinated by WaterAid PNG to support the Department of National Planning and Monitoring in policy implementation. So far, Momasa region had a similar workshop held in 2021, while NGI and Southern regions had theirs last year. The program for Highlands region started on Monday and is expected to conclude on Thursday. Natasha Ovoy, National Emtv News.
Road maintenance work at the Ward 3 in Kiunga Urban Local Level Government in Western Province will start this month. The official launching of this road work was held in Kiunga yesterday.
Civil engineers, staff and all leaders of the Department of Works and Highways under Plant and Transport Services in Kiunga, including community members, gathered to witness the ceremony. The Japan International Cooperation Agency or JICA donated heavy equipment machines such as grader, excavator, FE loader and roller to start the roadwork starting from the Forward Operation Base Army Camp to the Nemo Corner Junction. The Department of Works and Highways in Western Province, in collaboration with JICA, is committed to deliver this service to the community by better road access in Kiunga Township area. Speaking at the event, Western Provincial Administrator Robert Kayun thanked the government of Japan for donating such machines, which will be used for road maintenance work. He said working in partnership is important to deliver much-needed services in the province, saying any development partner is welcome to collaborate with the Fly River Provincial Government for bringing change into the province. JICA Representative Koishikawa Kazuharu at the launching says the government of Japan is happy to help the people of Papua New Guinea so that people can access better services. Western Provincial Works Manager Samuel Moses revealed at the event that more technical support is needed in Western Province to deliver more infrastructure services. He added that the province needed civil engineers with more equipment and partnership with development partners and the Fly River Provincial Government for capacity building in respective districts within the province. This road project is worth 220,000 kina and need more funding to complete the construction work. Meantime, all residents in Kiunga have been urged to respect the workers during the construction period for the smooth flow and people can have access to a good sealed road to travel to and from. Natasha Ovoy, National Emtv News.
After 48 years of independence and the need for basic road services to connect many rural villages in the country still remains a challenge, a concerned leader and member for Obura Waninara District, John Boito, is embarking on providing vital services to link up his district to bring much-needed services to Eastern Highlands Province.
The Obura-Wonenara district consists of 3 local-level governments which include Tairora Gatsup, Yela, and Lamari, with a population of over 100,000 people and considered one of the least developed districts in the Eastern Highlands province. Among the LLGs, Lamari and Yela are only accessible by air. The district MP, John Boito, before becoming an MP, was on his coffee business trips into the remote villages and saw the need for road links. Boito said it is part of his vision and plans to link up the rural district of Obura-Wonenara through road. He aims to transform the district from the Backpage district to the Gateway district of the Highlands Highway, which he had made known during the launching of the 5-year development plan recently. MP Boito delivered machineries to commence work to connect the missing links. This marks the beginning of work on the road as a historical moment for the remote people of Marawaka in the district since independence. Mr. Boito also thanked the Maraperoso government for allocating funding under the Missing Link and Connect PNG program, which will benefit the people of Obura-Wonenara district. He said the road will help the rural people access the market for organic coffee as one of the significant socio-economic benefits for the people of the district. Natasha Ovoy, National, MTV News.
The Kina Bank's new account opening days in Goroka town last Friday and Saturday received much boosting when overwhelming number of people turned up to open accounts. Interested people queued up in front of Kina Bank Goroka branch and opened new accounts. They were assisted by bank employees, filled out forms before they were allowed inside the bank to complete other processes.
After successfully completing the process of opening a new Kina Everyday account, customers were issued with a Visa debit card connected to the digital platform online banking, including WhatsApp banking. Kina Bank Senior Manager Transformation Program Daira Kwarangu said customers open new accounts with only 10 Kina. They are registered, issued Kina Everyday account details and collect the Visa debit card on the same day. Mr. Kwarangu said Kina Bank charges the lowest fees in Papua New Guinea from 30 toya to 50 toya by promoting efficient and effective paperless and queueless electronic banking. He said customers can access services through tablet, laptop or mobile phone and can do banking anywhere, anytime at their convenience using online services. He said the Kina Bank account opening day is a nationwide exercise. After completion in Kokopo, Medang, Ley and Aringoroka last Friday and Saturday, Kina Bank Communications Officer McKinley Kayok said they are also helping customers to open accounts for Mi Bank as they are partners, adding that Mi Bank customers are using Kina Bank ATMs and FPOS machines to access their funds. Natasha Ovoy, National, MTV News.
And now looking at the Nesfund market report, the Kina closed unchanged at $0.2730 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your Kina was buying $0.2655 US, $0.4189 Australian dollars, $0.2463 euro, 39.24 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York closed, gold is trading lower, coffee closed lower, cocoa closed lower, copra closed higher, palm oil closed lower, crude oil is trading lower, and copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX 200 is trading lower, and the All Ordinaries is trading lower. National MTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. This Sunday, we'll see the Kokoda Boxing Challenge for 2023 take place at the Lamana Gold Club in Port Moresby. The PNG Boxing Union made this announcement today.
Making the announcement of the international game that was held off since 2018 due to the COVID-19 pandemic was the president of the PNG Boxing Union, Dr. Gideon Candino.
We are here to announce that the Kokoda Challenge Cup for 2023 is going to be, boxing challenge will be on this Sunday. It will be 11 international fights between New South Wales Boxing and Kiribati Boxing.
Kiribati will be bringing in 2 competitors, one for the female and another for the male division, whilst New South Wales have 8 competitors for the men's division and 1 for the women's. All in all, a total of 14 fighters are international, and PNG will have 4 of its local fighters, are female and 3 males. The president elaborated that the challenge is an annual event that was last held in 2018.
The tournament that we'll be having here in Moresby on Sunday is an annual event that commemorates the Kokoda Cup challenge from World War II. So we thought that New South Wales boxers will box against PNG boxers every year.
The national boxing coach, Mark Kato, said the team is ready for the challenge.
The boxers have been in training, intensive training for about 6 months now. So we'll start training on May, which is right after the national championships, and now is October. So for this event, we're basically using this event as a trial for us, just to see where our athletes are.
As testament to that, boxers Arthur Levalloy and Petronella Noke said they are honored to represent PNG in the coming tournament. The match will be held at the Gold Club in Lamana, Port Moresby, with tickets selling at 100 kina apiece and corporate tables going for 3,000 kina. Funds raised at the event will go towards the PNG Boxing Union as it prepares fighters for the Pacific Games. Natasha Ovoy, Chukai Sports.
As the boxers prepare for the upcoming Kokoda Boxing Challenge this weekend, Coach Maketo has commended female participation in boxing in the country.
National boxing coach Mark Kato expressed that PNG has a great potential to win gold in the women's division in the coming 2023 Pacific Games.
From our observation, we've seen that for women in boxing, PNG has a high chances of winning more medals in the Pacific region.
He shared that in the previous Pacific Games, PNG put in female competitors in 3 divisions. The results showed 2 gold medals and a silver. He expressed that given the amount of training and commitment showed so far, especially by the 9 female participants for the 2023 Pacific Games, he had no doubts that the ladies will not disappoint the country, expressing that boxing had evolved over time, although slower than other sports commonly participated in the country. He said female participation had grown in the country so far, especially in the nation's capital.
Female boxing in PNG, MMM it's growing, yeah. In other part of our country, like other provinces, not really sure, but in NCD, we have competitions running every weekend, every Sundays, and we have females from the junior level up taking part.
Natasha Ovoy, Chukai Sports.
Minister for Sports and Higher Education Don Polly announced today at the University and Research Institute of Governance and Management workshop that they will integrate sports, leadership and administration into the university curriculum in PNG.
Should be played in the universities. I've talked to the secretary and said, let's create an award called Excellence in Sport and Academic Performances, so that you have an award just like the TESAS, IS, ACAS, and health alone, but we have that in award to those students who come out of grade 12 who will have done well in those 2 areas, sports as well as in academia.
This coming weekend will see the Morobe Rugby Union knockout playoffs for the 2023 season. This was alluded to by the union president Lionel Kamiak.
President Kamiak said the ESS Tent City Lights, NGI Honeybrook's Harlequins, Iraq Pirates and Royals have the upper hand to battle in the top 4 premiership challenges heading into the knockouts with bigger match results expected. He added that there is talent in Morobe and the code is on a revival, regaining the support and producing the talents to where it once used to be. Describing the union as the second biggest in Papua New Guinea, Kamiak vows that it will continue to produce more raw talents. He said that in the coming years, Morobe Rugby Union will grow to another level. With season 2023 coming to an end and moving forward, Kamiak assured that he is on a pathway to market and export his players overseas. The president thanks sponsors who have made the season possible and said Morobe has in most cases set records whenever taking part outside of the province, assuring that investments from government and business houses will not go to waste. Coming up after completion of the MRU 15's season 2023 is the Trans Highway 7s, followed by the late Jeff Lung Memorial 7s and a proposed interprovincial 15s challenge with the Capital Rugby Union. Natasha Voy, Chukai Sports.
That ends Chukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Chukai Sports. Chukai Sports.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus. With you always.
Weather forecast for the next 24 hours. The southern region, Port Moresby and Kerema, cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Daru, Alatau and Popondetta, partly cloudy with possible evening rain showers. In the Momase region, Ley, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Medeng and Wewak, partly cloudy with few showers. Banimo, cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorm. In the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, rain showers and thunderstorm. KV and cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Kokopo and Rabaul, partly cloudy with few showers. Kimbe, partly cloudy with some showers. Buka, cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorm. And in the Highlands region, all centers, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorm.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by Money Plus. With you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Wednesday, 4th of October 2023. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.